Hello, beautiful. I'm so excited to be here as you're logging on, coming into the room. Thank you so much for joining me for AF Fire. We are going for 3 days to really dig into the deeper purpose and manifest the bigger dreams that we have on our hearts. Because you know what? You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here in this group. You wouldn't have reevaluated the role of alcohol in your life if it wasn't precisely for this bigger reason. This bigger reason, this beautiful thing. And what we're going to do today is really dig into why the universe had you reevaluate the role of alcohol in the first place and start to get some clues and some insights into what it's been guiding you to, what it's been leading you to become. Because I truly believe in my heart that the deepest reason women truly let go of alcohol is not to get a little healthier over here or to sleep a little better over there or because they were drinking too much or whatever any of those superficial reasons are. I truly believe in my heart that we get this message to reevaluate the role of alcohol in our lives for a bigger reason. Because it's the very vehicle that is going to activate your deeper purpose. It is going to turn on your AF fire. And what I would love for you to do today is just close any distractions, make sure you have no more tabs running, like really be here present. We're going to go for about 35 to 45 minutes or so and just give yourself the gift of truly showing up for yourself, of truly showing up for what you came to this planet to do. Recognizing that you've literally been tapped on the shoulder. You've been tapped on the shoulder and the universe is calling you to let go of what no longer serves you so you can step into who you were truly meant to become and serve the world in such a beautiful way. So be sure to close your tabs, be sure to engage here. I'll tell you a little bit about the logistics of the challenge and then we're going to go deep into the meat of today's training. So first of all, we go for 3 days and every day it's at 12 p.m. Pacific, which is 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. in London, 6 a.m. the next day in Sydney. So be sure to come back for each live session today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And every single time that you participate, every single time that you share your comments in the comment section, every time you answer the homework questions in the group, every single time that you raise your hand and really show up for yourself here, we're going to actually increase all of your giveaway entries to win one of 3 prizes, which I'm happy to announce shortly. So every single time you say hello, you answer a question, you say an amen, every time you get really deep as well, we're going to increase your entries. And you have been incredibly lucky to enter into our prize winnings. First place is a full scholarship to my most popular program, Become Emboldened, and a free coaching call with me to manifest your deeper dream. The second prize is half off a $700 coupon to Become Emboldened, plus an 8-pack of the most beautiful, elegant mocktails of Wild AF. They're these elegant alcohol-free wines. You're going to love them. They have a sparkling rosé and a sparkling white. You're going to get both. And third prize is a 12-pack of variety of Curious Elixirs, also really high-end mocktails that you'll be able to enjoy. So be sure to engage. Have a lot of fun here. Just turn on. No one's watching you. No one's monitoring you. This is a totally private group. Your friends, your family, no one can see you. Engage. Have fun. And now as we begin and really get deep into this workshop, I just want to ask you, can you believe for just a moment that you have come on this journey to take a break from alcohol, to reevaluate the role of it in your life, to question it, to get to a point where you're not drinking for a bigger reason? Can you see that it's been guiding you literally to become the version of yourself that was meant to become so that you can unleash your greater gift in the world? And now this is my belief system wholeheartedly. And if I can share that with you today and give you the clues and the insights you need, I will know I have done my job. Now, when I say that you have a deeper purpose inside of you, there's always a next chapter in front of you. There is always a bigger game to play. I'm not saying you have to hate your current job or hate your current role or hate your life or anything like that. But if you can believe in your heart that you are made for more than whatever existence is showing up in your present life right now, that you want more freedom, that you want more money, that you want more impact, that you want more creativity, that you want more autonomy, then it's safe to say that you are bigger than your current job or current role. It's safe to say that there is a bigger purpose for you to tap into that ties in all of the values and all of the things that you truly want, and that shares your gift with the world in such a way that helps the world. We are having a moment of time of consciousness right now where literally people are waking up to what's possible. People are waking up and going after their passions and healing the world in such a deep way. And truly, we are changing the world because of it. And my theory here is that alcohol-free women are going to lead the way. Alcohol-free women are literally going to change the world. In fact, there's this saying by the Dalai Lama that it's the Western woman who's going to change the world. I really believe that we can add into that the alcohol-free woman, because she stands in her power. She lets go of what no longer serves her. She stops people-pleasing. She holds up her boundaries, and she unearths the deeper desires of her heart to go after her incredible gifts that she has to share. Because going alcohol-free gives you so many gifts. Going alcohol-free gives you the gift of more energy and more space in your life and more confidence and more courage as you go longer and longer and longer without it. You get the self-love. You get the literal self-esteem as you keep showing up for yourself every day. I just want to say hi to all the incredible faces. It's so amazing to see you, Beverly and Carla and Karen, Candy from Texas. We have Karen from Tasmania. I love that. Hello, Catherine, Cambria, Carla, Heather, Lisa. Amazing to see your faces. I'm so happy you're here. And when we decide to dish alcohol, we literally unlock this backpack, this incredible life force of gifts that we now have to move forward. And now I've done a similar workshop in the past. It's called Ditch Alcohol and Discover Your Purpose. And we've kind of changed it a little bit to give you new training and new angles and new energy. But I just want you to take for a moment to recognize what incredible gifts you've gotten as a result of ditching alcohol. And to realize that these gifts are not just given to you to have a little bit more energy or a little better health or a little better sleep. No. It's something so much bigger than that. You literally have a special gift that's never been replicated in the world before. You literally, your combination of life experiences, your personality, your values, your wisdom, the things you enjoy, your skills, your passions, all of that comes together in such a unique way that you are literally the only person in this entire planet who could ever deliver the gift that you have to deliver to the world. You have something so special within you that's never been replicated. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Carolina, I want to write a book. Haven't there been so many different authors out there? Haven't there been so many people who've written books? Yes, of course, there's similar dreams and similar avenues that we might take to express our gift, but nobody would ever write your book. Nobody would ever write the same exact message that you have to share with the world. Nobody, right? You truly have a special gift that nobody has ever been blessed with ever before. And if you think about it, if you don't share that gift in this lifetime that you have, the gift will die with you. The gift will not come back to someone else. The gift will literally die with you. And there's an incredible quote by Martha Graham. I don't have it memorized, but I encourage you to look it up. Martha Graham, gift. Literally, she believes the same thing, that if we do not share this unique expression that we have, the expression and the creativity that each and every one of us has as its birthright, our gift will die with us. And, you know, as I went through life, I'll share a little bit about my backstory. I went through childhood hoping and dreaming of a life where I could live in the center stage, where I could really truly share these gifts with the world. I remember I wanted to be an author when I was a little girl. I wanted to write books. I had phases where I wanted to be a psychologist. I wanted to help people. I had so many beautiful dreams when I was a little girl. And as I got into adulthood, and especially as I got into drinking, those dreams were just knocked out of me. I literally did not believe that I had what it took to accomplish any of those dreams, and I completely gave up. I went to college, I got a graduate degree, I eventually got my MBA, and I just took the safe road that was laid out in front of me. I got a job working at a university, and I think I started out at the lowest of the low you could start there, so I know all the things about being paid really below your worth and all those kinds of things, and slowly but surely moved up, but didn't really ever get like to the highest extent you could obviously get there. And I was just like, well, that's all life gives, is you have a so-so job, you have a so-so paycheck, and maybe you can get to travel once or twice, a year. That's it. That's literally what I believed. I didn't see myself ever writing books anymore because I tried. I tried to write those books when I was still drinking, and nothing would come out. I could not write. I thought of being an entrepreneur or launching a business, but I had no ideas and no courage to believe that it was actually possible for me. I was so stuck and had given up on every single dream I had from childhood. Now, on the outside, everything looked fine, right? I had an okay job. My parents are proud of me. I'm, married. I have nice friends. Like, everything on the outside looks just fine. But inside, I had totally given up on those dreams I had when I was a little girl. I didn't think that my life was meant for living in the center stage. In fact, I hung out on the sidelines. I hung out at the audience level. And I was just jealously criticizing other people who actually did show up center stage. What do I mean by showing up center stage? It means showing up completely for your life and for your dreams as if you only have this one life. Because you know what? I don't know what happens when we die. Maybe we reincarnate, maybe we don't. But the thing is, none of us will ever know. None of us will ever know, and I do know that we only will ever have this life in this body, with this personality, with this time and era going on. You truly only have this one life to share your special gift. And if we go through our whole lives and allow that to pass us by and to just go through the motions and just go through, keeping the job and doing this responsibility and all the things that keep us busy, we will one day wake up with so much regret when we're older. And I want to remind you of a story that is so near and dear to me of my grandma. So I am the daughter of Polish immigrants. My parents fled post-war communist Poland in the 80s to give their children a better life. It was really, really hard. Opportunities were really scarce. Massive poverty, massive famine, just not the best place to be. And my grandmother was actually born in 1923 in Poland. And by the time World War I broke out, she was 16 years old. Nazi Germany invaded Poland first. So in 1939, the entire country is taken over by Nazi Germany. And the entire Polish government, the entire Polish army, resistance, everything flees. There is no more power in Poland left other than just Nazi Germany occupying it. And life conditions got horrible after that. There was a lot of fighting at first. People were scared for their lives. My grandma's 16 years old, and she decides to sign up for the resistance. She signs up for the resistance at 16 years old and decides to start using whatever skills she has, whatever she can do to give back and help her country. She starts volunteering as a nurse to start helping people who were fighting in battles. She also starts running into the front lines and helping deliver packages to help the resistance as they are fighting these Nazi Germans. She does whatever she can, and during this time of just complete occupation and hopelessness and despair, she ends up marrying my grandpa and giving birth to my father. And the month that she gave birth to my father is really special in Polish history, because during that month, the Warsaw Uprising started, where literally all of these resistance fighters and people, women, children, literally teenagers, started fighting up against the Nazi Germans. And my grandma was at this time 8 months pregnant, and she was in this movement, but she knew that she could not fight because she was pregnant. At the same time, her husband, my grandpa, is captured and taken to a concentration camp. She's completely alone. She's 9 months pregnant. She has no place to be. There's no food or running water. There's not even medical supplies. There's nothing. She gives birth to my father alone with another woman, and she has just complete overwhelming weakness with no medicine, not even cloth to sop up any blood. She's just gone through the hardest thing ever. And a day or two later, literally, a Nazi bomb bombs the building that her and my father are in to rebels. And my grandmother wakes up in the middle of that and almost forgets that she has a newborn son. She's so weak. She's just given that birth. She just got the shock of the bomb. And she finds my father in the rubble once she remembers, and he's not breathing. And she holds my father upside down, and she literally licks saliva over his face to get rid of the rubble. And she spanks him until he starts crying with life again. In the next few moments, she makes her way out of the building and is in the street, and there is a tank behind her shooting at her. And as it's shooting at her, she's so weak and in such a daze that she is just moving all over the street that it doesn't hit her. And finally, someone pulls her into a basement where she survives the rest of the war. Because of the uprising, the Nazi Germans completely obliterated the city, and there's no buildings left. People, a city of almost 1 million people, is decimated to only 1,000 people who were hiding underground, hiding in basements, and hiding in sewers. And my grandma survives the next 4 months hiding in that basement, in that sewer, in that underground, with no people left in that city, a fire, and just ruins as my grandpa is in a concentration camp. Now, I have so much of this story to share, but we have such an incredible training that I want to get through. But my grandma is a role model and an emblem for me of literally the life that women had to endure in the past. And even if you're not as familiar with your family history, I know that there are strong women in your family who have survived war, who have survived famine, who have survived disease, who have survived a complete lack of women's rights, who have survived unmedicated childbirth, who have survived immigration, who have literally gone through the hardest things in the world that we modern women do not have to go through anymore. And in fact, I believe that everything she went through and still had such a positive persona and strength and energy about her, I believe that those are all gifts that she gave to me. And that now that I live in an era where I can go after my dreams and I can help other women and I can do whatever I want with this one lifetime, that she sacrificed everything so that I could have the life that I have today. And now, while I have so much passion and so much meaning within this story, I want you to know that literally there is an army of women ancestors in your history and your line who have done the same exact thing for you, who have literally survived hell and back in order for you to be the person in your generation to take the torch and make it across the finish line. The abilities and possibilities we literally have today to do whatever we want with our lives and our careers was impossible for other women in our history, in our families. And you are literally the ancestor that they have been waiting for to achieve the family dreams. If you have a desire to write a book, let yourself be the first in the family to do that. If you have desire to launch a business when everyone in the past has always worked for the government or worked for a corporation, you are the one who's meant to do that. If you have a vision of creating family wealth and financial legacy from your family after years of poverty and so much scarcity around money, you are the version that's meant to do that. And how do I know? Because the universe tapped you on the back and told you to reevaluate your relationship with alcohol. I know that that is why you're here, and I know that that gives me the bigger sign that you are ready now to unleash your deeper purpose. Because you came to this planet knowing what you were meant to do here. But it's so easy when we come here to fall asleep. We fall into relationship with alcohol. We get stuck in careers that aren't right for us. We just forget. We forget what it is we were meant to do here on this planet. And so let this moment of time be a reminder that you have a power, that you have a fire inside of you that has yet to be unleashed, that the world has not seen before. And even if you're already in sharing your gifts and you're already out there doing your purpose, there is an even bigger version of that for you. And I just want you to know that you are here for that bigger purpose. You are literally reevaluating the role of alcohol in your life to unleash that deeper purpose. I've worked with hundreds of women that are case studies and testimonies to show that you were meant to ditch alcohol so you could launch your business, so you could write your book, so you could move somewhere beautiful and fabulous, so you could start the nonprofit you've always wanted to start, so you could start being a coach. I mean, whatever your dream is, this is the vehicle that's growing you to be that. Because the growth and the change that happens when you decide to stop drinking in a world that glamorizes it and forces us to drink at every little social occasion is the exact same strength and growth and change you need to unleash your special gift with the world. And if you're sitting here and you're like, Carolina, this is really powerful, I'm inspired, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I have no idea. I want to share with you that it's very possible that you might be suffering from what's called limiting beliefs and global limiting beliefs. Now, what are these? Limiting beliefs are the things that we believe personally about us that make us uniquely incapable of achieving or being the version of ourselves we want to be. A limiting belief could be like, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't know enough about this topic, who am I to think I could have a successful business? All those things are very unique personal limiting beliefs. Now, I'll say that they're unique because they're yours, but they're also not really unique. We actually share a lot of our limiting beliefs, right? A lot of the things I just said, you might be nodding your head. We feel imposter syndrome together. We feel like we're not smart enough together. We feel like we're not pretty. All of these things are really shared among us. But on top of that, then we have what's called global beliefs. Global limiting beliefs literally are beliefs across society that hold us back. For example, that businesses fail, or that you can't make money doing your passion, or that you should have a safe job with a retirement fund and a health insurance plan and not do the thing you really love, because if you do the thing you love, you'll end up poor. Or that it's really hard to make your passion come true and that you're not going to succeed at it. These are these kind of global beliefs that have been fed to us through movies and TVs and family and different experiences that literally make it feel like you're going up against a mountain if you were to even think about doing what you really want to do in your life. And so these two things sometimes hold us back from even knowing what we want. We sometimes are not even connected with our heart's desires because we are so stuck in this social conditioning that life that we want isn't possible and that I'm clearly not capable of having it anyways, right? And this is my literally mission on earth to help you change. Because when you are held back by these limiting beliefs, the world is robbed of your special gift. The women whose lives you are meant to change don't get their lives changed because you didn't decide to take up center stage and go forth with your beautiful gift and your beautiful message. Even when sometimes we feel not ready, it's a sign to us that we need to do more healing, that there's so much more growth we might need to do in order to be ready to take that center stage. So even if you're not ready tomorrow to go out there with guns blazing, it's a signal to you to do the growth and the healing that will prepare you in order to one day be ready. Ready pretty soon, I would say too. This is our life's purpose. This is the stuff we will regret on our deathbed that we didn't do. It's not the stuff we did do that we regret. It's the stuff we didn't do, right? The number one regret of people who are dying that's been studied over and over again is not going after their dreams, of taking the safe route or of doing what it made other people happy or whatever it was. I do not want you to be sitting in your rocking chair at 90 years old regretting the things you didn't do. And so if you're having a hard time even really clearly knowing what that is, first of all, you're in the right place. I'm going to ask you some questions that you'll have all night tonight to journal upon and really reflect on this. But you'll also get a really good meditation we're going to do together to connect with that soulful desire and authentic expression. So first of all, let me ask you this. A lot of times we think that our passion or things that we would love to do are so hard and so impossible that it seems silly. Now, I can remember when I was back in my old job, I didn't know yet that I wanted to be an alcohol-free coach. I knew I wanted to help people. I knew that for sure. I knew I wanted to be out of the day job. I didn't want to have to commute and all that stuff. And I knew that I wanted to make good money for it because obviously we need to pay the bills and we want to be able to have these great experiences in our life. And I wasn't really sure how I could ever put those three things together. I really wasn't sure. And, I remember even in my early 20s, I got really into like the food and wine culture and I got really into like travel culture. And I was like, well, maybe I could travel the world and write articles about it. This is just me purely brainstorming when I was younger. And all of a sudden I would just stop myself. I was like, well, that doesn't pay anything. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't even pursue the next step. I would just stop and say, that doesn't pay. Who's going to hire me to write articles for a living? I mean, I'd get paid like $500 an article. That's not, enough to live on. And that's my thought process is I stopped myself from everything. I even thought that I wanted to be an author, but I would never get paid well to be an author. Little did I know that publishers give six-figure book deals to emerging authors and that I am also one person to receive that. Right? When I was younger, I just stopped myself from these dreams and just thought they're impossible, they're unrealistic, they're going to be too hard, and I won't succeed. So let's take all of that off the table. Let's take it all off and ask yourself this question. If no matter what, you knew you would succeed, what would you want to do? If no matter what you would succeed, what would you want to do? Now, this is in your AF Fire workbook. I want you to journal on this question today and tonight. I want you to be like really thinking and connecting with your deeper soul and your deeper heart on what this answer is. And I also want you to know that sometimes this other belief comes up that, yeah, but it's going to be hard. You know what? Hard is good. Hard is the very challenge and deeper purpose and sense of meaning that you signed up here to come to this planet. My grandma survived so much so that I wouldn't have nearly any of the amount of hard that she had. So while yes, it's hard to write a book or launch a business or do something different that you've never done before, it is nothing compared to the hard that our ancestors survived. And you know what? If things were easy, we wouldn't value them. So I'm not here to say, go after your dreams. It's going to be so easy. Everything's going to fall into your lap. No, it is going to be freaking hard. But you are going to be so grateful for that hard. It is going to shape you and grow you and make it so much more fulfilling when you do succeed. Because as long as you don't give up, I can promise you that you will succeed. Literally, Thomas Edison is famous for failing over and over and over again. Every single time he was trying to make the light bulb and electricity work, he failed over 700 times. He didn't say to himself, I failed, I'm a loser, this is never going to work. He just said to himself, I found 700 ways that don't work. That gets me so much closer to knowing what will work. So I need you to take on the same exact mantra. I need you to take on the same exact belief that you will succeed if you do not give up. So back to the question, if no matter what you knew you would succeed, what would you do? And just allow your heart to answer that. Now, the second question often is another global limiting belief that we think that there isn't enough money in our passions. That, sure, Carolina, I would just travel the world and eat fancy foods. And I mean, who's going to pay me for that? That's ridiculous, right? When you share your passion with the world, when it gives value to other people, when you are able to help other people, you will, I promise, be paid well. There is money to be made in stepping into your purpose. Otherwise, your soul wouldn't be calling you to go after the purpose you have on your heart. And figuring that out is also part of your growth journey and also part of what you were meant to why you were put on this planet and what you're meant to do. So let's also take money off the table. Let's also not make that an issue that is circling around in our brain and not allowing us to truly express what we want. Next question. In your workbook, you're going to get an email. If you didn't get the email, it's probably just because you signed up for the workshop right before we started. You'll get the email in the replay with the workbook. We'll send you the link. If money was no issue and you knew no matter what, you would make 6 figures, what would you do? Just taking money off of the table and knowing that no matter what, you would be guaranteed 6 figures. What is your heart telling you to do? Now, these are the questions that I love to ask because it stops the brain from going immediately to our limiting beliefs, both our personal and our global. It already presupposes you're going to succeed and you're going to be paid well. So what do you really want? Stop it with the safe and the practical and trying to figure out how your skills mold into this resume and all that shit. And actually ask yourself what you truly want. Do you want to help other people? Do you want to make an impact on this planet? Do you want to share your message? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to launch an animal sanctuary? I mean, what do you want? And when we don't live knowing with what we want, we live in confusion and stuckness. And that's why alcohol plays such a big role in our society. Is literally 60% of all people overdrink, of all drinkers overdrink, and 60% of people are also unfulfilled in their careers. Literally, alcohol and being stuck and not knowing your deeper purpose, I believe, go hand in hand. And so if this is an invitation for you to recognize, I'm here, I decided to do Sober October, or I decided to stop drinking a few months ago, or I've been really reevaluating alcohol in my life the last few months, that you are here for a reason to unleash this bigger purpose. Not only are you going to clear all that old alcohol programming, which we're going to talk about in day 2, this is literally the vehicle for you that has been orchestrated by the higher powers that be for you to step into the role that you always meant to step into. And it's okay to not know all those answers now, but allow your heart to guide you. Allow yourself to trust in the answers that come to you. And if you're already living into your purpose, if you're already like doing the calling on your heart, what is the next level? What is the bigger expression of that? What is the next stage for you? I mean, I have been doing what I've been doing for over 5.5 years, and every year there's a next level. Every year there's something that the universe and my grandma and my soul calls for me. For example, this year we launched the Empowered AF Coach Certification Program that launches women in 4 different certifications, has an in-person retreat, and a business mastermind. When the universe told me to move forward with that, I was like, what, me? Who the hell am I to do that? But I heard the message loud and clear, and I elevated and expanded to that deeper purpose. I went through so much more certifications. I became a coach trainer. We got the certification accredited by literally all these incredible associations that really do rigorous testing on coaching curriculum. And it's here and it's changing lives, and the women are thriving in it. And so wherever you are, there is always a bigger expression. There's always a bigger purpose. There's always a next level for you to go into. So today is to really just connect with your heart's desires and really, really connect with what that deeper intuition is telling you to do. Because that deeper intuition is also the voice that led you to reevaluate alcohol. And it's also going to be the voice that's not going to lead you astray when it comes to unleashing your purpose and manifesting your bigger dreams. So I thought we could meditate together. I wanted to lead you on a journey where we can just kind of reconnect with that soul's desire right here, right now. You know, like I said, be sure to close your other tabs, just focus. And if you're catching us on the replay, I love to see you in spirit as well. So why don't we go ahead and close our eyes. I'm going to keep mine open because I want to still see the room, but please go ahead and get a nice comfortable seat. Put some nice meditation music on. And go ahead and take a nice long, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And release. Good. Taking another long, deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. And release. Go ahead and just take nice, gentle, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose as we sit into this meditation. And just feel your feet planted firmly on the ground, the support of Mother Earth beneath you, and the sky above you with all its ideas and dreams and airy inspirations that are going to be coming through. You are fully supported here and fully guided here. There are no wrong answers. Your intuition is giving you the symbols and the signs and the messages of exactly what you need to hear. Now, you came to this planet. In fact, your birth has a 1 in 400 trillion chance of happening. 1 in 400 trillion chances that you are here. The way that the earth had to evolve and the universe had to evolve, the way that we literally had atoms and matter on this planet and dinosaurs that had to be extinguished so that we could survive, the way that humans evolved, the way that all of your ancestors survived literally just in the last 400 years. 4,000 of your direct ancestors, your grandmothers and grandfathers, survived so you could be here today. Your parents had to survive. You parents had to meet and conceive you, and you survived and are alive to this point. That is a 1 in 400 trillion chance that you are here. I believe that you came here for a reason. I believe that your soul knew what you were meant to achieve and unlock in this lifetime and how it was supposed to help other people in the world. And we go through a period of forgetfulness. We all go through this period. There's no shame, there's no blame, there's no what ifs, there's no regret. Every one of us steps into forgetfulness, and we step into drinking, we step into being stuck, we lose connection with that intuition. We completely forget what it is that we came here to do. But in this moment, that intuition is guiding you and giving you messages that you were meant to receive. Ask your deeper heart, what is it that I came here to do? What is it that I came here to do? Who is it that I came here to be? Who is it that I came here to be? And what do I need to know in this moment in order to tap into that? Your soul came here to this planet with a deeper purpose and went through a stage of forgetfulness on purpose so that when you awaken with a fire. You awaken with a passion. You awaken with the joy in your heart and a knowing that this is your timing, that this is your place. So many times the things that we are here to do on this planet is to help the past version of ourselves. And there's no way we could help the past version of ourselves if we never went through the challenges and the forgetfulness in the first place. Every single one of your life experiences has been guiding you to here. Every single thing that you've learned and experienced and the wisdom you've gleaned from it and the lessons you've been taught has been leading you here. You have a special gift that literally nobody else here has on this planet. And only you can share that special, unique gift with the world. What is your heart calling you in to step into? What did you come to this planet to do? Continue to take in some nice long deep breaths in. And put your hands on your heart. And just anchor in this moment that you are not a minion, that you did not come here to work for a huge company if that's not your deeper purpose, that you are not here for a paycheck, that you are not here to wear a million different hats and be things for other people. You are not here to do what looks good on your resume. You are not here to make your parents proud. You are not here to do anything else other than unleash your deeper purpose. Trust that you would not be giving these signs and these signals and these messages from your intuition if this wasn't exactly the dream you were supposed to manifest. Because when it comes to our consciousness, so much is absorbed by our subconscious that our conscious brain actually only sees and hears and can recognize 5%. And so if something is in your conscious mind right now, if you are feeling into a dream, if you are feeling into a purpose, if you're feeling into a different life with a ability to express your creativity and have more autonomy or have more freedom, make an impact, make more money, whatever the dream is looking like for you, your conscious brain would not even be possible to see it if it wasn't meant for you. It would just filter through to your subconscious. The fact that you can see it, the fact that you can lean into this is sign enough for me that you are the very person on this planet that's meant to achieve it. And because you've reevaluated the role of alcohol in your life, that makes me know that you have every single gift inside of you that you need to unlock this deeper purpose. Otherwise, you would have stayed in forgetfulness. Otherwise, you would have stayed stuck. But no, you're here instead. And I want you to just go ahead and lock in that vision, lock in whatever your heart's telling you right now, and just be prepared to journal about it tonight. Let's thank our beautiful soul's guidance. Let's thank our intuition for leading us to this journey, leading us to reevaluate alcohol, knowing that something so much bigger is in store for us, preparing us. Please take in a nice long deep breath in through your nose. And release. And another long deep breath in through your nose. And release. Good. You can go ahead and open your eyes, return to the room, move around your fingers and your toes. Thank you so much for meditating with me, and I hope that you got some really, really potent answers and visualizations to those deeper questions. I believe in with my whole heart that it is only the most intuitive, brave, and wisest women who decide to reevaluate alcohol. And if you're a guy, you're a fella, of course you count too. I just happen to attract more women. That this is happening for you for a bigger reason. And that there is a bigger version of you that is meant to be untapped because of this. Whether you've been alcohol-free for 2 years or you're just joining us for Sober October, this is the vehicle that is shifting you, shaping you, growing you, and changing you into being that version of you that we have to grow into. We don't just arrive, right? That we grow into in order to share this beautiful gift with the world. So what I want you to do is I want you to go into your workbook. We're going to send a replay with this video and the workbook again, so you have it. I already saw it shared in the chat as well. Amazing. Thank you. So that you can now take some time and journal on these questions. I want you to be really honest with yourself, and I don't want you to care what the world thinks or what anyone else would think of your dreams and the answers that are coming for you. This is totally private. It doesn't mean you have to quit your job tomorrow. It doesn't mean anything, but just allow yourself to truly express what your heart is telling you. Now, tomorrow I want you to come back because all of us are here literally because we reevaluated and questioned the role of alcohol in our lives. And if we get stuck into constantly going back and forth and waffling on whether or not we're going to drink or not, or how long am I going to take this break, and feeling really unconfident in sharing that we're alcohol free, that is going to detract from our bigger purpose. I want to give you the confidence in the alcohol-free upgrade, mindset upgrade that you need in order to be that version of yourself that achieves these wild goals and dreams. Not only do we need to upgrade our alcohol-free mindset, but we also have to upgrade our own mindset. Because just like I said, we are all stuck with those limiting personal and global beliefs. So you need to know some of the tools and training that I do for my fellow coaches and anyone I work with personally to be able to upgrade that mindset and remove those blocks so that you truly do believe that anything is possible for your life. Because if you don't believe anything is possible for your life, you won't try. And if you don't try, the gift dies with you and that's it. And you'll live in that regret. We have to get to a place where we actually believe. So be sure you come back tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of more potent questions, a lot of more potent sessions. And I just thank you for being here. It's a 1 in 400 trillion chance I'm here. It's a 1 in 400 trillion chance you're here. I'm grateful for you. I'm supportive of you. I love you. I care for you. I want to see you manifest your biggest dreams and step into that deeper purpose. I want the world for you. I want the sky's the limit for you. I care about you so much, and I know that this is your time and this is your place. Be sure to come back tomorrow. Like I said, the more you comment, the more you engage, the more you're going to be entered to win our giveaways. And we're going to announce the giveaways live on day 3. So definitely make sure to come back for day 3. And just take a moment to think about those beautiful ancestors that survived all of the hardships that they survived so that you could be here and be the version that needs to carry that torch to the finish line. We live in a time and place that literally anything is possible, and I'll share more about that tomorrow. So have a beautiful rest of your afternoon or evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. I care for you. I'm rooting for you. Your dreams are meant for you. Have time, some reflection, get yourself a cup of tea to work through your workbook, and be sure to keep sharing here in the group. We'll ask some prompts so that you can answer some of the things that you came up with. I'll see you tomorrow, day 2. For the AF Fire Workshop, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. in UK, or 6 a.m. in Sydney. Hopefully some of those are the ones you recognize for your time zone. And I cannot wait to see you tomorrow, okay? Beautiful ladies. Amazing. Have a great rest of your day.